In the high-stakes world of enterprise IT, there is a debate that has been running for decades, often misunderstood by those who look only at the surface. Some call it a relic of the past, others call it the bedrock of the global economy. We are talking about the mainframe. Behind every credit card swipe, every flight departure, and every bank transaction lies a massive computing infrastructure that billions of people depend on daily, yet almost never see. Welcome to the Topictrick YouTube channel. Today, we are not just talking about big computers. We are diving into the architectural DNA that separates the mainframe from the modern server. We will explore the technical redundancy of these giants, and most importantly, the real-world scenarios where each technology dominates. By the end of this video, you will understand why choosing between these two isn't about technical trivia. It's about the foundation of systems that the world literally cannot afford to let fail. Let us start with what I call the indomitable workhorse, the mainframe. If a standard server is like a high-performance sports car, fast and agile, a mainframe is a transcontinental freight train. It is built for one thing: massive, consistent throughput with absolute reliability. As an architect, the first metric I look at is the 5 nines, 99.999% uptime. To put that in perspective for you, that translates to just 5 minutes of downtime per year. Mainframes achieve this through extreme hardware redundancy. Every critical component, from the processors to the memory modules, has a hot spare. This allows us to perform maintenance or even replace hardware while the system is running at full capacity, without a single millisecond of interruption to the end user. Then there is the security layer. We are talking military-grade, hardware-level encryption. Unlike standard servers where security is often a software-defined layer, mainframe isolation features are baked into the silicon itself, making these systems virtually impenetrable to modern cyber threats. But the real magic is in the I/O, or input-output, capability. While a high-end server might struggle under thousands of concurrent requests, a mainframe is purpose-built to handle billions of transactions daily with microsecond response times. It is a fortress designed for workloads where failure is simply not an option. Let us look at why this matters in a real-world architectural scenario. Why do 92 of the world's top 100 banks still use mainframes today? Consider daily banking operations. We are talking about processing millions of ATM withdrawals, deposits, and transfers simultaneously across thousands of branches worldwide. The data integrity must be absolute. You cannot have a balance error when moving millions of dollars. Then consider credit card processing. Mainframes handle a staggering 87% of all credit card transactions globally. That is 30 billion transactions a year with zero tolerance for errors. In this environment, time is literally money. A single second of mainframe downtime at a major bank can cost upwards of $2.5 million in lost revenue, and more importantly, a total collapse of customer trust. Beyond the speed, these systems maintain perfect audit trails for regulatory compliance, ensuring every penny is accounted for under stringent financial laws. But as any good architect will tell you, the mainframe is not the solution for every problem. Enter the adaptable powerhouse, the server. While mainframes excel at scaling up into one massive unit, servers excel at scaling out, or horizontal scalability. If your traffic spikes, you do not necessarily buy a $1 million machine. You simply add more server nodes to handle the load. You can scale from dozens to thousands of machines seamlessly. Servers offer incredible workload flexibility that mainframes typically do not. On the exact same hardware infrastructure, you can run diverse applications, from web servers and massive databases to AI training. This is powered by commodity hardware and open-source software, which significantly reduces capital expenditure. This flexibility is what powered the cloud revolution. Look at Netflix as a prime use case. They stream 250 million hours of content every single day. They do not do this with one giant central computer. They use thousands of distributed servers for geographic load balancing. By caching content at edge locations, closer to you, the user, they reduce latency and ensure your show doesn't buffer. This allows for dynamic quality adjustments that a centralized mainframe just was not designed for. The same applies to e-commerce platforms like Amazon. They handle millions of concurrent shoppers by using a microservices architecture. When a major sale hits, they use auto-scaling to spin up thousands of virtual server instances to meet the spike, and then they spin them back down when the rush is over to save money. This pay-as-you-go model, combined with virtualization and containerization, has transformed servers into incredibly efficient, multi-tenant platforms that maximize resource utilization. So, as an architect, how do we choose? It comes down to philosophy. The mainframe philosophy is about monolithic power, centralized processing with massive I/O capabilities. It is a high upfront investment, often costing over $1 million, but it offers the lowest cost per transaction at a massive scale. It requires specialized talent, experts in COBOL and ZOS, who are highly skilled and rare in the market. The server philosophy, on the other hand, is about distributed scale. It uses horizontal expansion across commodity hardware. The economics are flexible. You pay only for the resources you consume. And because it uses modern languages and has a broad ecosystem, finding developers and talent is much easier. The choice is not about which is better. It is about matching architectural strengths to your specific business requirements. However, the most important lesson I can share with you today is that modern enterprise architecture is no longer a competition, it is a partnership. We are moving into the era of hybrid environments. In a hybrid setup, we leverage the best of both worlds. A bank might keep its core banking on the mainframe, storing critical transactions, account records, and regulatory data on that proven, unshakable infrastructure. But they won't build their mobile app on it. Instead, they use an API integration layer. Modern middleware connects those legacy mainframe systems with cloud services seamlessly. This allows the bank to run its digital services, like mobile apps, real-time analytics, and customer-facing websites, on scalable server infrastructure. As an architecture director at a Fortune 100 firm once said, "We leverage mainframes for what they do best, while using cloud servers for innovation and experimentation. It is not either-or, it is strategic integration." Looking toward the future, these landscapes continue to evolve. Mainframes are not standing still. The new IBM Z16, for example, is now designed for AI and machine learning integration. It can process AI inference at a massive scale, allowing banks to analyze fraud in real time during the transaction. We are also seeing the rise of quantum-ready architecture, preparing encryption methods today to protect against the cryptographic threats of tomorrow. On the other side, server technology is advancing into edge computing. We are moving processing closer to the user to reduce latency for things like autonomous vehicles, IoT sensors, and 5G applications. We are seeing the rise of serverless architectures, where developers don't even have to think about the hardware at all. They just write code. And perhaps most importantly, there is a massive push towards sustainable operations. With green data centers powered by renewable energy and advanced cooling to reduce the environmental footprint of our digital world. The final verdict is clear: specialization, not redundancy. Neither technology is dying. The global mainframe market remains a robust $2.3 billion industry, while server shipments continue to grow at 15% annually. If your mission is a high-volume, mission-critical transaction system where a single second of downtime is a catastrophe, choose the mainframe. If you need rapid innovation, elastic scaling, and the ability to run diverse workloads, servers are your answer. The most successful digital transformations do not rip and replace, they integrate strategically. The future is not about choosing sides. It is about understanding that different problems demand different solutions. Both mainframes and servers have earned their place in our digital infrastructure, and both will continue shaping how we build, scale, and secure the systems that power modern life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into enterprise architecture, please subscribe to the Topictrick YouTube channel for more masterclasses on the tech that runs our world. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends and fellow tech enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.